I basically was most recently in a tiny bit of drama that really annoyed me on Facebook, and it was basically talking about J.K. Rowling. So I just want to make something completely clear. I don't tend to get involved with celebrities' business because I see them as human beings, just like us. A lot of people get starstruck by them, and in one way or the other, they get too involved within their lives where I think that can be detriment to them. um, the only thing I'll ever do if it's someone that I like is I'll watch documentaries about them. But even then, I don't like discuss their lives or feel like their life is anything to do with me because obviously it's not. So, I grew up with Harry Potter as a kid and I liked it. I'm not really bothered as an adult, but I think that J.K. Rowling is a talented book writer. And one thing that I always found annoying with people is how they feel entitled to someone's life or make them change their opinion just because they say so. And I see this on both the sides of the political spectrum of like the alt right, whether it's Republican or conservative, and the alt left. They want to control what you say, but the right is more swifty with how they do it, where the left is just more upfront about it. And this is basically what happened to me yesterday. So, just because I don't know J.K. Rowling doesn't mean that I don't know what's happened. So, there were these tweets that J.K. Rowling tweeted years ago, I believe, because I remember looking at them because everyone was talking about it. It was viral. And everyone was saying that it's transphobic and all the bullshit. And I remember reading them and I remember thinking there's nothing transphobic within this. It's nothing, for the most part, it's nothing to do with trans people. It's all about women sticking up for women and not letting biological men into women's spaces when they don't pass. And to me, that's so simple, scientific. She seems like a feminist. Like, I don't know if she would identify as that, because, like I say, I don't really get involved with people's lives, especially people that I'm not into. But just from that tweet, I would say that she is a moderate feminist. The thing that really annoys me, and why I kind of got into this drama a tiny bit, is because within both sides of the political spectrum, they all say the same thing, and it's hearsay most of the time. And whenever you say, show me proof, on both sides, more so the left, but also the right, they don't like it when they say, show me proof, because for the most part, it's hearsay, it's rumours, it's people added in their own specific stuff. And I had this done yesterday, and I've had people in the past basically do the same thing with me about me or talk about something else, and then I'm like, can you show me some kind of proof? Because at the moment this sounds like a rumor, and they hate it when you say that. So the reason why I'm even bringing this up, because I kind of ummed and ahmed about making this video, and the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I feel like today in this society, people are not aware of language, even if they are the one saying language hurts, because they are the one hurting people. Today in this society, regardless of what anyone else says, people look down on you if you are racist, homophobic, transphobic, or sexist. Not just because someone says it, but you are actually them things. If we lived kind of in the early 2000s, I would not say that. In the 2000s, people were still changing, rights were still given, and people still looked at you with a bad lens. But overall, obviously there are idiots out there and there are people that are like that out there, but overall in the society, people look at hatred as something with a bad thing, especially when it's something that you can't control, whether it's being trans, being gay, being black. being just anything that you're born with. People look to people who judge that, and they look at you with a bad lens because it is a bad thing. So when you call someone racist, homophobic, transphobic, or all of these bad labels, it really makes people look at you twice and think, why am I even with this person or friends with this person, or why should I even talk to this person if they are like that? You know, this has been proven quite a few times with documentaries that's been done on YouTube that are being cancel cultured by the left. They make out that these people are so bad when actually most of the time they're talking fact, or they're sticking up for the other side of the spectrum. So like I say, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want people to finally understand that just saying racist, homophobic, transphobic, sexist is actually a bad thing to say, and it shouldn't be just said lightly, especially when it's just hearsay, because almost everyone that I've seen online who say these things, whether it's about J.K. Rowling or Trump or Joe Rogan, they're like three examples I can think of that I myself have heard. Whenever people say, show me proof, show me tweets that they've said recently, or show me clips that they've done recently, or show me some kind of article that is both neither left wing or right wing, so that don't hold an agenda. And the only time someone ever showed them anything was that post that someone did of Trump saying that you can just grab women by the fanny. That is the only time I will ever say Trump is sexist, because to me that is like a shred of proof. But all of the other stuff that people say about Trump, say about Joe Rogan, and also say about J.K. Rowling, they've not shown any proof, and the things that they say is actually bad is mostly talking about the other side of women's rights or someone else's rights that isn't your rights, and talking about science. And like I say, the left don't like that. Right, side tangent over. I needed to rant. But now I'm actually going to explain what I've actually been trying to talk about, but I haven't spoke about it yet. So yesterday, someone I think I follow on Facebook, but I don't like know now. You know, like when people just send you friend requests, or you send them friend requests, but you don't really know each other. I think it's kind of like that. So I don't know this person, like know this person, but he basically brought up this picture of J.K. Rowling, and basically the picture said, it had like writing on it, and it said, J.K. Rowling gets a lot of shit or a lot of flack or whatever, but I don't think she gets enough. And I really had a problem with that, because the way I am as a humanist and just as a human being is that even when people treat me shit, you know, we've all been through shit stuff in the past. So like when I was in school, even though I had like a bad time there, the people that gave me a bad time, I never wished that upon them, because, you know, I don't think that way. So when people do think that way, it really confuses me. So this post was all about that, saying, you know, people give her a lot of shit, and I think people should give her shit more. And I had a real problem with that. So what I did is I basically reacted to what he said, and I basically said, stop wishing hatred and bad things to do with anyone, especially when you don't know them. And then, of course, because I realised that quite a few people were reacting and commenting a bit later, it was all left people that were like a part of my community. My community. And again, it was all hearsay, and they were all basically, after I said that, the same guy was like, tell that to J.K. Rowling, she's always tweeting things or making the lives of other people who are trans bad. And then, because I remembered the tweets that were going around saying that she's transphobic, but really she's not, I basically said that. I was like, if you're talking about the tweets that went viral years ago, I've actually read them tweets and there's nothing wrong about that. She's a feminist, she sticks up for women's rights, and she doesn't like it when biological men that don't pass as women are basically in women's spaces. And in the tweets, she literally said, live your best life, do what you want, but just don't impact other people's lives. And obviously, to the average person, there's nothing wrong with that. That's completely sound. But he didn't like when I rebutted that and basically told him logic and the nice medium way to react. And he basically mentioned something else. Something about that she goes out of her way to make other people who are trans have like less of a livelihood, destroy their reputation. And obviously I'm thinking, well, at the minute you're destroying her reputation from like just spewing this. And then someone else commented who is a non-binary person, because on their Facebook profile it said them and they. So someone who don't say that they're just male or just female. Then she literally, or this person, they, them, they literally attacked me, basically saying she's literally not leaving people alone. She mentioned this charity that apparently she's tried to stop, which is like a trans rights charity. Then she mentioned other things that she's tried to do. And then what the left loves to do is, if you are not trans and you have an opinion on trans people just existing, or trans people overstepping the line, then they say, you're not trans, you don't have an opinion on this, kind of go away. They didn't say go away, but that was pretty much what she was trying to say. Because I'm not trans, I don't have an opinion on it, which I very much disagree with. Everyone is human, everyone lives in this world, everyone has an opinion on everything. So, you know, being the moderate me, I do believe that even if someone is on the far right and on the far left, that they should be challenged, but then also have the right to say their opinions and also have the right to present them. But the thing is, the left doesn't really present any proof, or if they do, it was something from like 5 years ago, and then there's like new proof that is disproved the one from years ago. And that's pretty much what I said. And I was like, okay, if it's so obvious that she's transphobic, then show me tweets, show me articles, show me videos of her doing this kind of thing. Because if it is a thing, it will be in the media, because the media loves to show drama and likes to see people rise and then see people fall. And then when I said that, there was no reply for a while. And then I tried to send another tweet that was like, so you mentioned this charity that is for trans rights. Show me something where she's tried to disprove that or make it not a thing. And then they literally blocked me. You know, on Facebook, if someone blocks you, it comes up with that thing of like, this thing hasn't been sent because of either Wi-Fi or because of something else. There's only two reasons why that would happen. You would have no Wi-Fi, or someone else has blocked you. And trust me, I had Wi-Fi on, so they blocked me because I was standing up for J.K. Rowling and basically calling their shit. And like I say, this is what both sides love to do, but the left loves to do it way more. Basically just hearsay and say something is true, but then they don't show any proof. It's because they get told this. And I've lived through this myself, being in different LGBT groups that I was in, or clubs that I was in. Most of the talk was hearsay. Well, not most, but a good handful of the talks that they said was these bad things was hearsay, and they never show proof. And like I say, that is a bad thing, because it makes people who have bad experiences, like that are actually, that they've dealt with racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, people won't listen. They won't listen. Gay guys like me won't listen to actual instances of transphobia now, because I will think, oh, you're just being dramatic, or you're just making this up, because your side always does. And that sucks, because, you know, there are incidences or bad things out there, but because of the stupid people, we won't listen anymore. So I basically wanted to rant and voice this because it did really annoy me, because I can just see through the hearsay bullshit that both sides do. Like I say, I personally don't pay much attention to J.K. Rowling. If any of you guys who watch this know her and can show me proof, please do. Because if anyone shows me proof where she's actually said hearsay that is bad news, I will actually make a video saying I was wrong, and that she is this bad thing because of this thing that I've seen. But that way, you know, I can actually show proof and I can grow as a person. um, so yeah, if anyone knows her and knows these bad things that she's done, show proof either on my Twitter socials down below, and or in the comments down below. So I just basically wanted to make this video so it's off my mind. Obviously, if there's anything else that you want to tell me about, if you've been through something similar, also comment down that below, and like and subscribe if you like this video. Just wanted to say a quick message. For anyone who is like this, just know that calling people bad names when you don't know for sure, when you don't do research, is badness. So if you have the audacity to say this stuff, back it up. Love you guys.